Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Thursday, September 23rd, or if you're in Australia, it could already be the 24th and a Friday. So, hello to our brothers and sisters on the other side of the world. Today, the moon shifts from Aries into Taurus, and here on the east coast of the U.S. that shift occurs at like 8:39 a.m. So we're still here. We're still waiting for that because it's early. So today, the story is a story of Venus. Venus, the goddess of love. Venus, the planet of love and relationships. Venus, the planet of our essential needs and our values. And the day starts with an opposition, very early morning opposition to Uranus. We've been talking about this Venus-Uranus opposition, not specifically, but as part of a T-square that is in the sky with Saturn. And Venus is in Scorpio, which is a sign that she is in her, I believe it's considered her detriment. Sometimes I mix that up between detriment and fall. But I believe she's in her detriment in Scorpio. And Saturn is powerfully placed in Aquarius. Aquarius is one of the Saturn-ruled signs. So of the two planets in opposition, Saturn in its way does have its upper hand, except that Mars, the planet of action, which is normally a ruler of Scorpio, is in the sign of Libra, which is a Venus-ruled sign. So we're in oh God, I forget what that's called. Oh my goodness gracious, too early, and I've only had one sip of coffee. Mutual reception. Thank you. Thank you, brain. Still working, even only on a sip of coffee. So while Venus may seem like she doesn't have the upper hand here, she does have sort of a friend in Mars, and she can call in the troops if she has to. The other thing, of course, is that when the moon moves into Taurus, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, you'll see why. When the moon moves into Taurus, both the sun and the moon will be in Venus-ruled signs. So in its way, Venus sort of rules the roost today. And then, of course, that the sun and moon in Venus-ruled signs, those Venus-ruled signs are naturally in conjunct to each other. So we have issues. So there is a need to make adjustments. The thing with Taurus is and Libra is that Libra is a sign that is really all about experiencing the other. It's the first sign of the zodiac where we actually come in contact with somebody else, right? It's the start of that seventh house. It's the start of that waning hemicycle. So all the energy that we've put into trying to figure out who we are in the lower half of the hemicycle, now we go out into the world and we interact with people. But Taurus is a very sort of internal self-referential sign. And so the inconjunct does sort of tear us or have us need to make adjustments in our lives so that we can both make sure that our needs are being met, Taurus, and make sure that we're paying attention to others, because really, quite frankly, no man is an island, no matter how beautiful your garden is, right, Taurus? So there's that. So there's a little bit of that energy between those two similar because they deal with relationship, Taurus relationship to self, and Libra relationship to others. They are both ruled by Venus, which right now is in Scorpio. So our values are changing and our relationships are changing and transforming and transmuting. And we're looking very, very seriously at our desires being met, Scorpio, right? And what are our desires? And are we missing the mark with our desires? So all of these questions sort of come up. Not necessarily today. Well, actually, yes, and probably necessarily today, because the Uranus-Venus opposition brings an awareness around relationship, desires, freedom, control. Because Venus and Scorpio can be quite controlling. Scorpio as an energy, on the darker side, can be very controlling because they're insecure that they're going to be hurt, right? You know how sometimes you're so nervous about being hurt that you end up attracting people who hurt you? Venus and Scorpio, it happens, right? All right, so what else? The moon makes an inconjunct to Mars in Libra, right? So the moon makes an inconjunct to the sun in Libra, and it moves on and makes an inconjunct to Mars in Libra. Of course, the sun and Mars are both in Libra at this time. And then we have a square to Saturn of the moon, the moon in Taurus making a square to Saturn. So really, this can be somewhat challenging when it comes to relating, but not necessarily. And again, that opposition with Uranus can create like a sudden break in relationships. But certainly an awareness around that. You may not actually take the action, or you may, but you'll certainly get the awareness today about that. With Uranus, you really don't know what you're getting. It's like the wild card. Uranus and eclipses, wild cards. Okay, no eclipses today, not yet. We have eclipses. We do have eclipses coming up, and they are awful powerful. Not awful, but powerful. Awfully powerful. That's better. But we're not worrying about those today. We got enough to deal with today. It's not going to be a bad day. It can be a great day. It can be a surprising day. You could even meet somebody that's completely unusual, and all of a sudden you're like, "Whoo, who's that?" Right? So that can happen too. So, all right, let's see. Hopefully this video will work. I tried one out this morning, and I think you're actually going to get to see this one. So, oh, and for those of you who have been asking me about High Tea with Denise, guess what we're doing this morning? Oh, High Tea with Denise. I'm not actually sure what we're going to talk about. A lot of times we don't actually know what we're going to talk about, and sometimes we have a plan as to what we're going to talk about, and then the plan changes in the middle. So, we'll see, but it'll be fun. It's always fun with Denise. She always has some very good points. She's very, very psychic, and a great healer in her own right. So I'm looking forward to that. Just gonna walk over here for a second. This is the so funny. This here is a thing of compost that my husband brought up to put in the garden. And because he hurt his foot, he never quite got to the compost in the garden. And what ended up happening is all the stuff started growing out of it, because it's compost. And there's like a tomato in there. I think it's a tomato. But the stuff growing in the compost, oh good, look, we have these cute little, look at these, oh, I don't know, can you see? All right, these cute little peppers, they're so cute, sweet as can be, tomatoes, cucumbers growing in the compost. These, oh my God, these are just fab. These are so delicious. I am in fact going to eat one right now. These are Unctuous. Just unctuous. Sorry, guys. Oh, no, that was good. So, it's kind of rude talking with my mouth full, so I'm going to get going this morning. Have yourself a great day. Surprises ahead. Let's do that. Okay, honey. Take care. Much love. See you later with Denise. Namaste.